What if I told you that the most successful people I have met are not successful because of how they work, but because how they rest? It sounds strange, right? Because most of us are taught the opposite and we train the opposite. It's like work harder, sleep less, grind more, more the work, more the progress, and hustle till you drop. I have lived that phase also when I was building my academies or when I'm scaling the trade school and managing investment clients for Investors Club. I was so proud of my sleepless night, and I thought being exhausted meant I was doing something great. And I remember I used to take sessions till, from 4 o'clock evening, 4 to 6, and then 6 to 8, and then 8 to 10. And then I watch the videos, I record the videos, I edit the videos, I create the reels, and I upload that in YouTube and Insta. So all these have been done by me, and I feel like I'm working so hard and I'm so busy and I'm so happy. But the truth was not that. The truth hit me hard one day that I am getting aware that I was not productive. I was just busy. So compared to the time that I'm spending, I'm not productive. I was not productive. So because of that itself, that realization actually helped me a lot. So that's why today in this session, I'll show you 6 lessons on strategic rest that transform not just my work ethic, but my results, my leadership, and my peace of mind. And if you are a civil service aspirant who's watching this video, this will help you. It is required for you also. If you're an entrepreneur who's watching this video, this will help you. And if you're a trader who's watching this video, definitely this will help you and you can relate things. See, stillness. Stillness is not laziness, it's leverage, it's superpower. When I was running multiple ventures at once, the same point of time, my calendar was packed, the days was packed, meetings, markets, students, investors, and marketing teams. Every single hour is filled. And still my decisions kept getting reactive. I was always doing, I was not thinking. I kept because I don't have time to think strategically thinking. I have a lot of things to do. I have to take sessions. Morning, I have to take, the market commentary, 9:15 to 3:15. I'll have to give a live commentary. And then 4 to 6, I have the civil service classes and then another classes like that. So this is how the day was scheduled. And in between meetings also. And it took a burnout for me to realize my biggest breakthroughs never came during my work. They came during silence. When I get time to think, that's when I try to do more innovative things. And when I step back for a few days, no screens, no calls, just reflection, that ideas that I had that started connecting. I saw patterns that I've missed or I will miss or I would have missed. I saw how one wrong hire was draining the business. I saw which part of your course needed restructuring, where the mentees are not happy with. So stillness give you perspective, and that perspective multiplies your productivity. So you need rest and you need time to think. And the richest people, they don't just work in their business, they work above it. And that clarity is born in stillness. That means when you're taking rest. So stillness is not laziness. Stillness is superpower. And you also need to know when to hit a pause. I know many of you love your work. You are passionate, you are ambitious, and deeply committed. But passion without pause becomes pressure. I used to think if I slow down, who will run all this? But I realized the team runs better when the leader thinks better. But if I suddenly stop at one point of time, my team also don't know exactly what I'm doing. Who will take the sessions? That is irreplaceable, right? It's a live market sessions. It's a live trading sessions. But if you train, if you think better, and if you train your team, the other things they'll get it done. That which can be replaced. So that's when I realized the team runs better when I think better. So I began to intentionally design pauses between meetings. Maybe I put a 10-minute gap. Between projects, I take a weekend off. Between campaigns, a quiet day for reflection. And what happened? Quality shot up. The decisions became sharper and the results was amazing, crazy. I stopped over committing and started over delivering. Remember, you can't drive a car with full speed forever. Even Formula One cars need, pit stops. So strategic rest is your pit stop. It doesn't slow you down. It keep you in the race. And, stop trying to prove yourself. This one hit me personally. For years, I worked like I was auditioning for approval. I wanted everyone, my peers, the competitors, even the critics to see how hard I'm working. And at one point, I was handling the academies and the trade school and the investment arm simultaneously. I was clocking 90 to 100 hours a week, right? Not because I needed to. Financially, I'm strong, but because I wanted to prove that I could. And then it struck me. I'm suffering for an audience that is not even watching. Your worth is not defined by your exhaustion. Your credibility is not measured in caffeine. It's measured in results. So you work hard, but if no results, then what? So when I stop being the engine of my business and becoming the architect of the business, the think tank of the business, my companies scale faster than ever, right? So think that time is what required. Architects, they design systems. Engines burn out. So I don't want to be an engine. You'll burn out. You are the one who's architect of your business. So stop working to prove your commitment. Work to prove your clarity. You can hire the engines. You can replace the engines. That design, that has to be there. So again, rest is not quitting. It's a strategic break, right? So this one actually changed everything for me. When I fell ill last year, I still forced myself to run daily mentorship calls to that extent where I cannot handle that. I have one point of time where I'm not able to take it. That's where I stopped it. And I stopped it for almost 1 year. I couldn't take mentorships. And now we restarted for the last 1 year. So I told myself we don't quit, but I tried myself hard so long for not quitting. But at one point where I couldn't manage, that situation, you can see that photos in Instagram. So that's the time when I was going through surgery and the chemo. So the truth was, I was not being strong. I was being stupid, right? So I'm working hard, even in that situation means I was being stupid. So resting is not quitting. Even in that phase, I'm not taking rest. Resting is like refueling. So athletes don't call, rest as weakness. What they call, they need recovery time. So for athletes, the rest is like recovery. Entrepreneurs also need to have that recovery time. So the difference between quitting and resting is intention. What's hidden? What's inside? What is a internal meaning? Quitting is running away from the effort. Resting is recharging for the effort. So most entrepreneurs don't fail because they can't work. They fail because they never learned how to pause. And when you learn to rest strategically, you don't lose momentum. You gain more clarity, and that gives more speed. Right. So this is the point, make rest non-negotiable. If elite athletes can schedule recovery, why can't CEOs? Why can't an aspirant? Why can't a trader? I started treating rest as, a meeting with myself. It's non-negotiable and locked on the calendar. So I removed nice to have meetings. I deleted low value calls that existed only to place, make others happy. So that's not that relevant for me. And the result was shocking. My revenue went up, and at the same time, I'm working half the time. Why? Because when the leader rests, the team rises. Your people can't step up, right, until you step back. So when you think, they will work. They will rise when you rest. They will step up when you step back. So see, I'm okay. If I have someone who can do things 80% of what I do, then it is better for me to replace that person. Let him do that. So their 100% is better than your, overwork 30%. So when you protect your energy, you basically unlock their potentials. And at the same time, you're protecting your energy and you're using that in a much better way. Designer, architect, think tank, strategist. So also you need to understand where and why you're suffering. Many entrepreneurs suffer not because of workload. It is mainly because of ego. Let me tell you, let me repeat this. Most entrepreneurs suffer not because of the workload. It's because of the ego. You ask yourself, who am I trying to impress? Your audience, your family, the ghost of someone who doubted you, right? I used to chase credits, recognitions, praise, validation. Now I chase responsibility. See, at moments, at times, credit may feel good for a moment, but responsibility builds meaning forever. So we don't want credit. We don't want praise. We don't want validation. We need to chase responsibility. That's forever. That builds meaning forever. So when you work for client, your for this one, this credit or to appease someone, your every win feels small and every miss feels very personal also. But when you work for responsibility, every challenge you feel as purposeful. And you don't need everyone to see your grind. You just need to see your growth. Right? So the core idea is you should not be the engine of your business. You should be the architect of your business. Engines burn out. So replace it. Let the team step up. You step back. Be the architect. Don't burn out. So the day I learned to rest strategically, my leadership also changed. My revenues have shortened. I stopped being the overworked hero in my business and became the architect of the systems that work without me. I have the systems and everything that do the work without me, except that live commentary part. If I want to record a pre-recorded video, that will be done by my team. I have Hagen and I have the voice cloning and everything. Even if I'm dying at this moment, my videos will come. But live, of course, that won't happen. Maybe in future, we will have some facilities for that also. So the point is, I started thinking like an investor in my own company and asking like, how do I do? I'm not going to ask how do I do more, but rather I'll ask how do I design it better? I'm not going to do more. How will I make them to do more? Or how will I design it better? Be the architect, not being the engine. And that single shift actually made me dangerously successful. Because now I don't chase growth through effort, I compound it through energy. So here is what I want you to remember. Stillness is not laziness. Stillness is not weakness, right? You need to recharge. It's a pausing, and that pausing is not procrastination. Resting is not quitting. You need that. So they are all strategies. These are powerful ones. And then you will become dangerously successful if you get that time to rest. So if you learn to rest with intention, that intention is required, and then you think better, you lead better and live longer in the future. So the next time when your mind says, keep going, ask yourself, would I go faster if I simply stop for a while? Right? 1 minute. And then you will realize that the secret of dangerous success, that's nothing but the rest. It's not how much you do, it's how clearly can you see what not to do. When you take the rest, when you think strategically, when you step back and when your team step up, when you rest, your team rises. When you becoming the architect and your team becoming the engine. So that's when you become dangerously successful. So that's about the session. Thank you so much. I see you in the next video.